Hi, I'm Sammy Purcell, Associate Editor of Rough Draft Atlanta.
And I'm WABE contributor and AJC Senior Editor Mike Jordan.
And this is How Do You Atlanta.
Here's what's going on in Atlanta this week. What do you got, Sammy?
Well, June 1st in Alpharetta, we've got Alpharetta Brew Moon Fest. So this is going to take place in downtown. It sounds a lot like something that I grew up going to in Smyrna, where I grew up. And that is just kind of a big block party festival. So again, it's going to be in downtown Alpharetta, and they want y'all to dance in the streets. That is a direct quote from this website. Bring your favorite beers and listen to some live music from Chuck, Martin, and the lineup. So you can bring your own chairs or purchase a table. So go check that out to see if there are tables still available. I know from Smyrna experience, those go pretty quickly. But you can also bring your own chairs and set up on the lawn and just enjoy a good night with good music and good drinks and your closest friends. So tickets can be purchased for this at the link in the show notes, and that's Alpharetta Brew Moon Fest on June 1st in downtown Alpharetta.
I have been to this, and it is just as you're describing. It's a lot of people walking around downtown. You know, people are, loose, hanging out, and, very friendly. The advice I would give to anyone who is not local to Alpharetta is go ahead if you want to have a good time and get a hotel room.
Yeah.
Because you're drinking beer and all that, and it's just like, again, you may not want to take that drive back. I mean, unless you're going to keep it very, very low on the alcohol. We always want you to be safe, drink responsibly, but you want to have fun at this kind of thing. So what I would tell you is go on and get your place to stay. That way you can hang out the full time, hang out, handshakes, high fives, hugs, dap, good people, but then you don't have to worry about anything until the next morning. That would be my advice.
I think that's great advice. You're right. If you live far away, you don't want to be driving home at, 11 o'clock at night after all that.
No. And again, the whole point of going is you want to have a good time and you want to hang out. So that's why in some of these cases, if it's a suburb like Alpharetta that might be about 20 or so minutes from downtown in good traffic, that's the move. I would suggest. Do what you want to do, but I would say be responsible.
You have good suggestions, Mike.
Well, I mean, I've left because I was like, dang, I can't stay here because I will be in Alpharetta all night and have to spend more money on a hotel because you should book in advance, of course, to save money.
Absolutely.
So, yep.
All right, what else do you have for us this week?
All right, time again for the Flying Colors Butterfly Festival at the Chattahoochee Nature Center. This is June 1st and 2nd, and this is the 25th year of this festival, so it's very delightful. And again, if you like pollinators, you like butterflies, who does not like butterflies, you should be out here with everybody you know that feels the same way. So your visit will include, of course, lots of live butterflies at this butterfly encounter, which is a timed event. So when you get your ticket, you're going to have a timed slot where you're actually going to go in and be guided through the exhibit, see hundreds of native Georgia butterflies, and it's open daily until August 11th. After this starts on June 1st and 2nd. So if you want to come back again, you have, another month or two to go. So you'll also, inside of the experience, you'll meet pollinator experts and educators. And there's a migration game throughout the festival, so you can learn about monarch migration and a native plant sale. But it's interesting because it's not just a native plant sale. It's for nectar and host plants that the butterflies and other pollinators love. So if you want to start collecting and having butterflies around you and just going out and having your own little butterfly festival all the time, these are the people who will show you what kind of plants to do that with. Of course, there will also be good food and live butterfly entertainment of other sorts, such as people dressing like butterflies and shaking their little things. So good times at Chattahoochee Nature Center, June 1st and 2nd at the Flying Colors Butterfly Festival. Find out more information at chatnaturecenter.org. And that's 2 T's on chat. But again, go to the podcast show notes. We'll have that URL in there for you.
You said butterfly entertainment, and I imagined like a little butterfly band.
Yeah.
They're playing guitars and shredding and stuff.
Beatboxing and all that,
like butterflies. Yeah. He's so cute. But in all seriousness, I went to this as a kid.
Yep.
And so if you have kids, I would highly recommend. It was a blast. I was like amazed the whole time. Yeah. Jaw on the floor.
Yeah. Because they're flying all around and everything.
They get really close to you. They like land on your fingers sometimes. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And butterflies, again, if you look at them without the wings, it's like, ooh, what is this? But with the wing,
so
they're beautiful. Right.
Well, they're just like little wiggly caterpillars. But I thought caterpillars were cute when I was little.
Well, everyone did when they were little. Yeah. When you think about a caterpillar.
Fuzzy things.
Yeah. On you at night when you're in the bed.
I don't want, okay, why would I
we're
do
adults
that?
Now. Yeah. No,
oh, God.
no caterpillars, please.
No caterpillars.
Yep. All right, what do you have next, Sammy?
So I'm very excited about this one. I'm going to take my dog, I think. So we have the Bark Meow Kit. You get it? Market. On June 1st at the Lawn at Uptown Atlanta. So this is Indie Craft Experience and the Atlanta Humane Society partnering up for a pet market. So it's a furry friend fiesta, that's how they describe it online, featuring local artisans and pet product vendors. So you can go and shop for your dog or your cat, get them some things that'll make them happy. But there's also more. So there's going to be globally inspired bites from Uptown's Chow, a la carte pop-up chefs. So they're going to be serving some stuff for the humans. So, you need to eat too. So you don't just have to buy stuff for your animals. You can eat as well. So bring your dogs, go to Uptown for a day of art, eats, and some really great products for your pets. It's a barking good time that you won't want to miss. That was not me. That was on the website. But and also another fun thing about this that I want to mention, the first 30 humans in line get tennis balls. So if you have a dog, I would, try to get there early if you have a dog who loves tennis balls especially. And it's free. So again, that's the Bark Meow Kit on June 1st at the Lawn at Uptown Atlanta.
I can see a lot of very unfortunate but cute outfits there.
Yeah, you could dress up your poor little puppy.
Yeah, poor little
He'll
puppies.
be so
right.
sad.
Yeah, they were right. I'm just like, when you said earlier, you were just like, make their pet really happy. It's like, it makes the humans happy.
I know.
But the pets are like, no.
They like the stuff you buy them. They like
the
bones
treats.
and catnip and stuff like that. Though.
Yeah. And I do like to go to these places for the treats because, again, there's some shops around town that have little interesting things. And, not every dog can have all of the same treats and cats the same. But I like these places because you meet some people who are like complete fanatics about pets.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like, oh, this is non-GMO and this is no this and everything like that. And
meanwhile, my dog stole a cupcake off the counter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Day.
Like bacon is on the floor and all this other stuff. So I'm like, that's great, but it's too late for this guy.
Yeah.
But that's cool. But that name is like, that caught me off guard.
Meow Kit.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's cute.
It's what it's supposed to do. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm with it.
Yeah. This is How Do You Atlanta. I'm Sammy Purcell, and we'll be right back after this break. All right, what else do you have for us this week, Mike?
Okay, next is the Atlanta Fringe Festival. Atlanta Fringe Festival is an annual festival that features live theater, dance, comedy, storytelling, puppetry, and more from all over the world. Definitely here in Atlanta. Even some people from Taiwan, they're saying. But it's a very artist-first atmosphere of collaboration and joy. It's been going on since 2012, and it's all around East Atlanta. So it's multiple venues. But, it's going to be 28 artists from around the world, as we said, performing at 7 venues. Some of the programming includes this thing called 5/5 of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. For everyone who remembers that movie, what they're doing with it at Fringe Festival is they're going to take this time-traveling goofus duo, split the comedy into 5 parts, give those 5 parts to 5 performing groups, and then have them do whatever they want with the story. So very rando kind of stuff going on. There'll also be a preview party on June 5th where all of the performing artists will give you a 3-minute free sneak peek of what show they're going to put on later. There's even a kids' fringe event, which I think is hilarious because kids are fringe by nature, so if you give them some reason to be even more fringe, it should be very interesting and creative. And also Atlanta Street Fringe, which is where the performance party moves outdoors to locations around Little 5 Points. So whole lot of fringy activity, but it's a very cute, very darling for the arts type of event, and it's happening June 3rd through 9th. Again, all around East Atlanta. Go to atlantafringe.org for more information and the schedule.
I didn't even really realize that Atlanta had a Fringe Festival. I feel like, the bigger ones are like Edinburgh, and there's some like on the West Coast here that are really big, but I didn't realize we had one too. That's really awesome.
But when you think about it, of course Atlanta has a Fringe Festival.
Yeah,
It's probably so fringe that no one even knew it was fringe, you know what I mean?
It's the fringiest one.
I knew it was going on, but I've actually not been before, and so I'm looking forward to attending this because, I want to see people in all their weird creative glory and just doing whatever. whatever. I mean, like, it's important because, again, as Atlanta discovers its identity with, creative arts and performances and stuff like that, all of this kind of like off to the side, left or right of center kind of creativity, it has a place. And I think you just have to get it out and be around your tribe to get comfortable.
Yeah, this should be fun. I'm excited.
All right. What do you have next?
Well, speaking of the creative arts, we've got Ken Ludwig's The Three Musketeers at Shakespeare Tavern starting June 1st, and then it'll be running through June 30th. So if you can't make it out this weekend, don't worry, you've got plenty of time. So this is going to be Ken Ludwig's adaptation of Alexander Dumas' witty and action-packed swashbuckling novel, The Three Musketeers. So the play tells the story of a brother and a sister who set off for Paris in search of adventure. And while the brother hopes to join the valiant King Musketeers, the sister is sent to convent school, but quickly is like, I don't want to do that. She'd rather fight by her brother's side, but there's a cardinal who has different plans for both of them. Sounds intriguing. I'm really excited. I think this will be really fun. It's advertised as fun for the whole family, so you can bring your kids to Shakespeare Tavern, which is super cool. It's $20 general admission on Thursday, May 30th for a preview if you want to see it earlier. And then there'll be another preview on May 31st for $24. So if you can't come, I don't know, this whole month, or you're just really raring to see The Three Musketeers at Shakespeare Tavern, you can go ahead and do that preview. And then if you just want to go regular, you can check out the prices for tickets at the link in the show notes. So again, that's Ken Ludwig's The Three Musketeers at Shakespeare Tavern, June 1st through 30th.
Yeah, this is one of those where I think I know the story, and then I start thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't.
I just remember the Mickey Mouse one from when I was a kid.
Having 3 of the candy bars, and I was like, I've got 3 Musketeers. I mean, wouldn't I like to buy 2?
You have like 9 Musketeers.
Yeah, because it's like they're broken into right. Yeah, but I need to go and refamiliarize myself because, again, they're brought up all of the time in, like, the canon of literature and all these great stories. And I'm just like, wait, what happens in The Three Musketeers again?
No, that's a good point. Yeah. I mean, it's also just a phrase we use all the time. Like the candy, when there's 3 friends, you're the 3 Musketeers.
Yeah, you're 3, right. Yeah. It's like, I'm like, why? Why are we the 3 Musketeers?
Don't even really know what a Musketeer is.
Because there weren't 4, right? It's just
there can't be 4 Musketeers.
Yeah, there's only 3.
Only 3. All right, what else do you offer us this week?
All right, we have next Food That Rocks on June 6th in Sandy Springs. And it's going to be at the City Springs development in Sandy Springs. And what you get is an all-inclusive ticket to taste some of Sandy Springs' best restaurants, get some of the best beverages, and desserts with live music. So you'll see all of this diversity in their restaurant scene for one night only is sort of the plan here. And you'll go around City Green at City Springs, sipping and savoring all the community's vibrant things to eat and drink. You'll get not just unlimited tastings from restaurants, but bakeries. There'll be more than a dozen wine, beer, and cocktail tastings. There will also be cooking demonstrations, which I love, and I've learned quite a lot at some of these festival cooking demos, so I would highly recommend that. Also, live music from Oxford Soul, and there will be an array of interactive experiences, they say. So, in other words, if you want to go and just get all of your stuff in one place with one ticket with all of the food, drinks, and music in one place in Sandy Springs, this is your event, Food That Rocks, on June 6th. And the information is at foodthatrocks.org.
That sounds like so much fun. And I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite restaurant in Sandy Springs?
Oh, man. I liked Double Zero. They were right off Roswell Road, pizza place from the same folks that had Cooks and Soldiers and Mujo and all that.
Yeah.
That closed. There have been a few things that I really liked in Sandy Springs that have closed.
Yeah,
3 Sheets.
There was one that I really liked. It was an Asian restaurant, and the name is escaping me right now, but I'm not sure it's open anymore.
Yeah. And that's again, like it seems like there had been turnover since the last time I really, really went crazy in Sandy Springs. But no, I mean, it's a great little area. And again, like, usually when you think of Sandy Springs, you think about mansions all over the place.
Sure.
So, I'm like, there probably some great restaurants
food out there
we don't know about, but always a good time to get out there. And City Springs is beautiful.
Yeah,
I remember when it first opened, so any excuse to get out there is a good one. But I'm curious to find out what some of these newer places are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to go check it out. See those cooking demos, maybe they can help me in the
telling
kitchen.
You, especially with
I
fish.
need some help.
Especially with fish. I was terrible at cooking fish until watching cooking demos at food festivals.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know because I eat a lot of fish. I'll have to do that.
Yep. Leave it alone is the rule. Yeah.
Oh,
let it
gosh.
cook. Yeah. Don't flip it. Let it cook. Yeah. All right, that does it again for this week's edition of How Do You Atlanta. For more on these and other events around Atlanta, great events always, go to howdoyouatlanta.com. How Do You Atlanta is a joint production of WABE and Rough Draft. This podcast is produced by Crystal Devone with editing from Scotty Crow, WABE's Vice President of Audio. You can find links to all these events in the podcast show notes.
WABE.